Good morning guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I thought we'd have a little chat, a little catch up, and I'm going to treat the old girl. I'm going to give her a wash. Let's do it, shall we? Now, like I said, I'm going to give her a wash, but I thought I'd have a chat with you whilst doing it. Makes my time go faster, makes washing not so painful, because you know me, I'm not really one for washing the land yacht. I'm not that good at washing it. So yeah, I've got the right stuff. So that's a good start. I got a brush. That's an even better start. But can we just take a moment? Look how big the poppy is. Look at this. How good does that poppy look? It's brilliant, isn't it? That is actually for a truck. I saw a stand outside of Sainsbury's, and they had all the different bits and bobs. I got my, the normal pin, but then they had these, and this honestly is the size of a dinner plate. Look at my hand. Look, it's huge. That's what she said. But the lady was like really happy to finally sell one, because they had a few of them, and they hadn't sold any, because I mean they were outside of Sainsbury's in a car park, so it wasn't really a truck place to sell them. And then I was like, yeah, I'll have one of them, because that's going on the land yacht straight away. And yeah, look at it. Don't it look good? Now, you guys know I am no expert when it comes to washing the motorhome. I know I'm going to have at least a couple of people watching this, no names, Shane, Ricky and John, that are probably going to be thinking, what is he doing? Why is he doing it like that? Because I have no idea. I've just got bubbles and I'm just brushing it. That's it, basically. Obviously, I've only just started this, but the thought just popped into my head. Can you imagine having a Morello or something? Or a massive Concorde? I wouldn't be washing that. This is big enough. I'd love I wouldn't mind a Morello, don't get me wrong. But yeah, washing it, I mean, well, to be fair, if you've got Morello money, you're not washing your own vehicle, right? Because you know. This is the first time I'm washing the motorhome since I've got the Vanguardian, which is absolutely brilliant. Now I'm going to talk more about that in a minute, because I'm actually thinking of installing a few more further down there and then on the other side. But yeah, first time washing it, but obviously I've been out in the rain many times. It's not, not a problem. And yeah, I'm soaking it. I don't think it's going to have an issue with that. And if it does, then I'll let you know. Many people ask me about the cameras, how are they still holding up? Again, they're waterproof, and they've been on there now, probably about a month after I got the motorhome, so almost 2.5 years they've been on there, and no problems with them. There is a version 2 out now, which I've looked at, but not really done much research into it, but I think it can have 3 batteries in. These are 2 batteries. So I think it might last longer. That means you've got to buy more batteries, because mine are the rechargeable 1.5 volt lithiums, which are not cheap. I think it was about £35 for 8 batteries, but they're rechargeable. So I just keep going through them over and over and over and over again. But if anyone's got any experience with the new Blink video doorbells on a motorhome or a camper van, then do let me know, because I don't know if it's worth upgrading, don't know what more you get. I will do a little bit of research, but yeah, if any of you have got actual first-hand experience, then I'd love to know that, because these have worked a treat. And like I said, these have been on since day 1 almost, and they haven't budged an inch. It is highly satisfying watching all the dirty suds come off. I know that probably sounds a bit weird, but it is. I mean, come on, look at it. And then I can see where bits where I've missed. Like there, proper professional now. I've even got a sponge. Now I do want to say a massive thanks to everyone that left comments and reached out and gave support for the motorhome when it was, for me and the motorhome, when the clutch went. The response has been unreal. So much love and support. I really can't thank you all enough. I got loads of messages. I got some text messages offering places to stay if I need any help, if I need supplies or anything. Yeah, really love it so much. I can't thank you enough for that. The community is absolutely fantastic, and it really does come into its own. You know, I know there's many communities out there for various different things, but this one really does shine when, you know, when something happens and the community just pulls together. It's proper touching, it really is. And I can't, yeah, like I say, thank you very much. Really appreciate the love and the support. So I did mention about getting another Vanguardian alarm. Now I've got one up here, and then I've got one down on the cab door there, and then on the opposite side. Now the windows are quite low here compared to the kitchen window over there. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not a gazelle and I'm not going to jump in that, but someone could boost someone in that if they wanted to get in it. So I'm thinking of just putting one just slap bang in the middle here, and then the same on the other side for the lounge window, and I think that will just add a lot more peace of mind for me. I mean, it's not a necessity because the system itself is doing what it needs to do, and adding a lot of protection. But yeah, I think I'm just going to do that, and then I'm completely covered and protected all round. But yeah, it's really good. I do love the Vanguardian system. It does give me a nice peace of mind whilst I'm, you know, away from the vehicle or in, you know, just parked up at night, and I just want it on just for, you know, for a bit of peace of mind, really. Yeah, not bad. So I will be doing that very shortly, and then I will have a little thing with the extra remote controls, which I'm going to dot around the motorhome. So yeah, coming up shortly, I will be doing that. Plus, I have got a little hack to be able to get something to alert you if the Vanguardian alarm comes off. I'm still testing it, but that will come along in a video shortly. I will keep you updated on that. Now, if you do want to look at this, then I will leave the links in the description and the discount code, so head on down there, have a little look. Now, one thing that did come up quite a lot in the comments was the overhang of the motorhome on the AA truck. Now, yes, that's what got me. I was petrified of that. I thought it was going to do a wheelie. I thought it was going to fall off. I thought, oh, no. Now, so I've done a little bit of research, and I want to tell you like what happened at the actual thing. Now, when the guy got there, he measured the length of my vehicle, measured the length of his. They looked at the overhang. He then made a few calls. He made a call to the actual main centre, their customer service centre. Checked with that team, then he checked with his team leader or area manager or something like that. He was making multiple calls to check that this was okay. He then took multiple photos, and then they said, yeah, I mean, he sent these photos off, and then they come back and said, yep, it's good to go. As long as you're happy to take it and it, you know, it's all secure, then yeah, it's good to go. So it was still really flipping scary because that overhang was mad. Now, I've then since the comments, because a lot of people were saying it's illegal. It weren't right, you know. I've done a little bit of research. I've got the registration of that AA truck. I've punched that into the government website for the MOT checker, and then it comes up and it says it's got a revenue weight of 14,000 kilos. So that's 14 tonne, right? Making sure. So then I've looked at what model it is, and I'm led to believe, because I looked again at the pictures, so in the picture it is a Volvo FL250, and they are between 12 and 14 tonnes, that model. This then marries up with the government website, which says 14 tonnes, which then means it can carry, because it then looked at the unladen weight. The unladen weight is about 7-8 tonnes, which then means it can carry about 6 to 7 tonnes on as payload. So the weight wasn't an issue. The only issues that come in is its axle weight and then the overhang length. Now the overhang length, I'll probably agree with you, there could be a slight problem there. There was a backboard on the back with all the lights and markers and reflectives, so that's fine. Anything over 3.05 metres overhang needs police notification and attendance, I believe. Obviously there was no police attendance, and then I didn't measure from the middle of the axle point to the back. I mean, we could, because I've got pictures and, you know, we know how long my motorhome is, we know where his axle was, so we could, in theory, do it. Are we gonna? No, because it's safe and sound, it's back, it is, you know, it's all good. The only other thing that comes in is the axle weights, or the weight distribution. Now, I did have a look, I actually asked AI what his axles would be roughly. And it reckons the rear axles will be about 9 ton. So with my 5-ton motorhome on there, it's, yeah. So I have done a little bit of research into it. I mean, it's great, hindsight's 2020, right? Doesn't matter now doing research, does it? Because it's done, it's here, it's fixed. But there was a lot of people screaming illegal, illegal, illegal in the comments, and, you know, having a right, some of them were having a right on there. But yeah, I think the only part that would be on the cusp would be the overhang. Which was the bit that I was the most worried about. I weren't worried about the weight, I was worried about the overhang and the bounce. There we go, that's you know, it is what it is, and that's how the cookie crumbled, and yeah, that's how it went down. But yeah, I thought I'd just go through some of the comments and address that, because it was interesting to find out as well, because me doing the research and that, yeah, I didn't know it was a 14-ton truck, you know, so yeah, not too bad, not too bad. I think it's time for a cheeky Pepsi break, don't you? Now, I don't know about you, but I can definitely feel that the season is changing. Winter is creeping in, which means power solutions and power options over winter start slimming down, and that's where the EcoFlow River 3 Plus comes in. Now, the River 3 Plus comes in 2 options. It comes in a wireless one, and it comes in a standard one. They are identical apart from the tops. This one has a removable 15-watt wireless charging MagSafe power bank, which you can just literally pop to your phone, and there you go, off you go, you're now charging. You've got the pins there, and as soon as you pop it straight in, it starts charging. There we go, now charging. Now, you can use it as a wireless top itself and just pop it on the top and it just starts charging. If you don't need that function, then you have got the standard version. Now, both of these are 286 watt hours. You know what it's like over winter. Power becomes more vital and critical over these darker months, because solar is not an option. That's where something like this comes in. Now, these Rivers can charge a stack of appliances. Now, you've got your 12-volt cigarette lighter, you've got your 240-volt, and you've got your normal USB Type A's, but then you've got a USB Type C 100 watt, which is brilliant. You have got a light, there we go. As standard, they can power 600 watts, but with X Boost turned on, they can do a whopping 1200 watts. Both of these can accept 220 watts of solar, which is perfect to be able to recharge them in as little as 1.5 hours. But if you're charging from AC, they can charge from 0 to 100% in an hour. Now, these are LiPo4 batteries, and they are rated to 3000 cycles, which means they're going to last you for years and years to come. And they are super quiet, under 30 decibels. This one lives here, does live with my Alexa on top, but I've turned her off at the moment for obvious reasons. And then this one lives in my garage, because I don't currently have power in my garage. So this makes it a perfect option to be able to charge my bike and my extra fridge in the garage. But if you do want a little bit more power, there is an expandable battery, which is this. Now, it can plug onto either. You just hook at the front here. You've just doubled your power capacity from 286 watt hours to 572. But not only that, it gives you an extra port down here, which is a 140 watt USB Type C port. Now, if you want even more, they do a bigger battery, which will then take you up to 858 watt hours. Now, this can power so many different gadgets. You name it, the list goes on and on. Now, if you do need something a bit more beefier, then EcoFlow got you covered with their Delta range. But this is a fantastic option that someone that wants a bit more power, bigger than just a little power bank for a phone, but has, you know, it's still portable, it's still lightweight, and is expandable. So you can just start with the base version, and then if you want more power, you can upgrade as you go along. Now, I've been testing EcoFlow products for almost 5 years. 5 years! I didn't know it was that long. It's gone so quick. And that gives me the beautiful insight of being able to see what the company's like and what their products are like. And they work flawlessly. They've never let me down. These travel with me day in, day out, on the road, everywhere I go. Now I use them from the smallest power bank to charge my phone, all the way up to the monster that is a Delta Pro 3 to recharge my entire motorhome or get me out of a situation if anything went wrong. And that's why I'm so confident, you know, in recommending them to you, because I know they work. Now, if you are thinking about getting a power bank, be it a River, a Delta, or even a Delta Pro 3, now is the best time of year to do it, because it is EcoFlow's biggest sale of the year, their Black Friday sale, where you can save up to 60% off. 60% off. How good is that? But there's more. If you use the code URBAN, you can get an extra 5% discount. How good is that? Up to 65% off, just because you know me. Scan the QR code up here, click the link in the description, head on over and grab yourself a Black Friday discount. Now, updates wise, getting back on the road, I have got my appointment later this week. So as soon as that's done, I'm out of here. I'm heading to Edinburgh. It's been a bit of a pain. I've got everything else done. I've been doing some bits and bobs, but double-edged sword, it's been nice as well, because I've got to hang out with the family. I've done a few bits and bobs, done Halloween. My mum loves Halloween. Shock, she goes well over the top. I'll put some little bits of footage over now of all the bits that she done. Liam loves it, going out and getting all this candy. Just the amount of YouTube these kids watch now, they're just saying everything American. Candy, candy. I'm like, sweets. It's sweet. Anyway, that was good fun. Got to go watch him at a few football of his football training sessions as well, because he's proper into his football at the moment. And then got to hang out with my niece Mia. She's a right character. She really is. I love hanging out with her. And then my new niece Nyla. So yeah, it's all go, but it's been nice, you know. Like I say, I didn't plan on doing this. I would have been in Europe right now. I'd have been over there for a couple of weeks almost. I do sometimes think though, these things, you know, without getting all mystical and you know, spiritual and deep on you, but I do think sometimes things happen for a reason, you know, to put you where you need to be or to do something else, you know. So I'll just take it as it is, you know, roll with the punches. But next week I will be on the road, rocking and rolling, and I cannot wait. On that note, if you have got any recommendations for me to go on the way up to Edinburgh, then please do drop them in the comments below, because I am definitely looking for more places to stop on the way up and on the way back down. So anywhere in Edinburgh or on the way up, I'm probably heading up the A1. So yeah, if you've got anything, especially food related, you know I love a cheeky place to eat. Love it, love it. So drop them in the comments below, because I will add them to the list and check them out. This has just occurred to me. This is a wild thought. I didn't even think I was going to talk about this, but as I don't wash the motorhome often, it doesn't really occur to me. But I do use the example when I'm talking to people. Now, when it comes to grey waste, this is just a off the cuff kind of thing. When it comes to grey waste, people are a bit, shall I drop it down the drain? Shall I drop it anywhere? You know, can I drop it down the drain? Now, don't drop it outside anyone's house. Don't drop it on the driveway. Don't drop it on the street. Put it down a grid. But some people get a bit annoyed about that. But then I've just washed that vehicle, the land yacht, be it a bad job, I grant you that. But all the water is running to there, and that is fully acceptable in today's life. Now, it's been acceptable for forever onwards, since I don't know when. You know, you wash your car on the street, on your driveway, and the water goes down the drain. Now, I've used Halford's car soap. I did actually send Shane a message saying, is this all right for me to use? And he's like, yes mate, it's fine. So I did use the right stuff, but that isn't going to be eco-friendly and chemically friendly. So that's going down the drain. Now, me just putting some shower gel or some, you know, washing up liquid down the sink, surely is better than what's that all the chemicals that just come off that. And I've just washed all the wheels, so all the brake dust, all the little bits of oil, all that's all going down there. All I'm trying to say is some people get wound up or a bit worried about putting grey waste down the grids, and I say to that, well, if you wash a car, and many people do wash their cars, that goes down the grid exactly the same, and that's far more harmful than what is going down our sinks or our shower trays, right? Make sense? Again, if you disagree with me, I got broad shoulders, I'm a big boy, bring it on, drop it in the comments below. Look at that, all washed, fresh and clean. Mind you, probably not the best of jobs, but better than it was when it started. Look, and I still love the poppy. I know I keep saying about it, but look, it looks brilliant, doesn't it? Yes, yes, yes. Lovely, fresh and clean. all I need now is to just get on the road and get myself to Edinburgh and get some travel under the belt. I cannot wait. But that is it for this video. I thought I'd just give you a quick update where I am, what I'm doing, and that I will be back on the road very shortly. As you can probably tell, I'm itching to go. It's been great hanging out with the family, but yeah, I am ready to rock and roll and hit the road and go find some cool and interesting stuff on the way up to Edinburgh. It's gonna be great. Want to say a massive shout out as well to each and every one of you legends. Yes, you legends that has ordered the calendar. Loads of you. It's gone down so well. It really has. And they're all starting to be shipped now. So they'll be arriving imminently if they haven't already. So yeah, I would love you to leave a review on the website as well, what you think of them. Please be nice. No, they are top quality. They really are. So if you do want to grab a calendar for yourself, now they are being shipped right now and there are still some available, but you've got to be quick. So let me run the ad now. My 2026 Moments on the Road calendar is now available. It's turned out fantastic. Now this consists of 12 images, all taken by me from locations throughout the UK and Europe of some of the best places I've been. Now just flicking through, it is fantastic. The quality has turned out amazing, it really has. But look at that. Now not only do you get 12 high quality images all taken by me, you also get the calendar area, but you also get the what 3 words of each location. So if you want to go here, you just pop that in and off you go. Or there, or any of them. How good is that? They're available in my shop now. Scan the QR code up here, click the link in the description. They will be shipping early November. Right, I will catch you all next week when the wheels will be rolling and I will be heading north. Take it easy, bye.